Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about geometric sequence and we are dealing with variables. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So this is where the part 2 of our video, the part 1 of our video. We actually answered this one class. We're told to find the value of x. So that x plus 2, 5x plus 1, x plus 11 will form a geometric sequence. And then find the sum of the first 10 terms given the sequence. So if you want to learn more with regards to the part 1 class, I will just put the link on the description down below. Feel free to see the video. So in part 2 class, this is actually requested from another subscribers and other followers in our YouTube and Facebook. I would like to give thanks and shout out to them. This answer is for you class. Once again class, if this video helps, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, so for number 2, find the value of x if the geometric mean of 2x and 19x minus 2 is 7x minus 2. So let's have basic example class. If I will say 3, 6, and then 12, can we call this one geometric sequence? Yup, we can call this one geometric sequence. Now, how will you know that this is geometric sequence? Now, you will know that one class by simply dividing the second term by the first term. 6 divided by 3. What would be the answer class? That's correct. That would be 2, right? You also divide the third term by the second term. 12 divided by 6. What would be the answer class? That's correct. That would be 2. So therefore, if they have the same common ratio, therefore this is geometric sequence. Now, let's talk about geometric mean. Now, if the teacher will ask you class to find that number between 3 and 12, example class, we are looking for this number in between 3 and 12 and this is geometric sequence. Now, how will you find this number? Once again class, we know that this is 6 a while ago, right? Now, we are looking for this number class. We have given first term and the third term and the teacher will ask you to find the middle number. How will you find the middle number? Now, you can find this middle number class applying geometric mean formula. So geometric mean, the formula, so geometric mean, alright, so the formula, that will be geometric mean is equal to the square root of A times C. So geometric mean is equal to the square root of A times C. That will be the product of A and C. So square root of the product of A and C. Or we can write this one, geometric mean or G squared is equal to AC. Once again class, this is just the same class. Once again class, this is just the same. G squared or geometric mean, you can put X class. Geometric mean is equal to the square root of AC. But for us not to be confused because we are told to find the value of X, let's just write G. That's okay class. Geometric mean is equal to the square root of A and C. Multiply the product of first term and the third term. Or we can write this one, G squared equals AC. Because if you want to get the value of G, you extract square root both sides, right? Extract square root both sides, cancel this out. So G is equal to square root of AC. So therefore, this is just the same. Once again, class, this is just the same class. Alright, so therefore, to find this middle number, the mean of these two numbers, to find geometric mean, simply use this formula. So geometric mean is equal to square root of AC. So that will be the first term multiplied by the third term. So G equals square root of, our first term is 3. Our third term is 12. So 3 times 12. So G is equal to the square root of 3 times 12. That would be 36. So G is equal to the square root of 36. What's the answer class? That's correct. That would be positive 6. So that's why class, our answer, that would be positive 6. You will have the same answer a while ago. So in our example class, we have given geometric mean. Okay, once again class, we have given geometric mean, that would be 7x minus 2. And then we have given first term, that would be 2x. And then third term, that would be 19x minus 12. Okay, so let me just write this one class. Once again class, find the value of x if the geometric mean of 2x and 19x minus 2. So therefore, 2x is our first term. So 2x is our first term, and then 19x minus 2 is our third term. And then our geometric mean, that would be 7x minus 2. Once again, class, geometric mean is the middle number between the two numbers. So this expression is the middle of two expressions. So therefore, this will be our geometric mean. We solved that a while ago, right? 3, 6, and then 12. This will be our geometric mean. So this is our geometric mean. This will be our first term. And this will be our third term. So this is A. So this is A. And then this is C. Alright, so this will be geometric mean. This is A, first term. This is our third term. So we can use this formula to find the value of x. So we can use this formula or either this formula. Either of these two class. We can apply this one or this one. Alright, so let's apply using this formula. So let's use this formula. We can use this formula, class. That's okay. So g squared. So g squared or geometric mean squared is equal to A times C. Alright, so A times C. So our g, that would be 7x minus 12. Our geometric mean, that would be 7x minus 12. And then squared equals our A is 2x. And then our C, that would be 19x minus 2. So 19x minus 2. Alright, and then simply simplify this one. 7x minus 2, quantity squared. It means you multiply this expression by itself twice. Once again, class, we use this formula. This formula, class, and this formula is just the same, class. Either of these two, class, you can use the formula. So 7x minus 2, quantity squared. It means you multiply this expression by itself twice. So that would be 7x minus 2 multiplied by 7x minus 2. So we can use FOIL method. First, outer, inner, last, because this is binomial, we have two terms. So first, 7x times 7x, that would be 49x squared. 7 times 7 is 49, x times x, that would be x squared. Alright, and then outer, 7x times negative 2. 7 times negative 2, that would be negative 14. Simply copy x. And then inner, negative 2 times 7x, that would be negative 14x. Negative 2 times 7, that would be negative 14. Simply copy x. And then last, negative 2 times negative 2, that would be positive 4. Alright, and then simply combine like terms. So copy 49x squared. We can combine this one, same x, and then same exponent for x. We can combine that one. So negative 14, if the signs are the same, simply copy the sign. Simply add the number. That would be negative 28, simply copy x, and then copy positive 4. Once again, class, do not be confused with this one, class. If you both have negative, simply copy negative sign, simply add the numbers. That will be negative 28, simply copy x, and then positive 4. So this will be 49x squared minus 28x, and then plus 4. Equals, and then simply distribute this one. You multiply 2x times 19x. So 2 times 19, that would be 38, positive 38. Alright, and then x times x, that would be x squared. Alright, and then simply multiply this one. 2x times negative 2, that would be negative 4x. 2 times negative 2, that would be negative 4. Simply copy x. Alright, and then simply transpose this one. Transpose this one. So this will be 49x squared. Alright, and then we have negative 38x squared. Once again, once you transfer from this equal sign, you always change the sign. So we need to transpose this one, class, so that we can combine like terms. We have same x squared. So this is positive. It will be negative 38x squared. Copy negative 28x. This is negative 4x. It will be positive 4x. And then we have positive 4. And then equals 0. Okay, once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. We transpose 38x squared from right to left so that we can combine it with 49x squared. This is positive, it become negative. This is positive, it will become negative. So we have 49x squared minus 38x squared. Copy negative 28x. This is negative 4x, it will be positive 4x. And then simply copy positive 4 equals 0. And then combine this one. Alright, so we don't have enough space, class. Let me just erase this one. So this will be 49x squared minus 38x squared. So this will be 11x squared. Alright, and then negative 28x combined with positive 4x. If the signs are not the same, subtract 28 minus 4, that would be negative 24, right? 28 minus 4, that would be 24. Now 28 is greater than 4. We copy the sign of 28. That would be negative 24. Simply copy x and then copy positive 4 equals 0. Alright, so almost done, class. So once again, class, we need to find the roots. We need to find the value of x. We have two solutions. First solution is we can find the roots by using factoring, or second solution, we can find the roots using quadratic formula. So let's use the quadratic formula, class, because it's hard for us to do factoring because these are large numbers. So let's use quadratic formula. So let me just copy this expression. Alright, so I have here the quadratic formula. The formula, we have x equals negative b, positive negative square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So once again, this will be our equation. Our a is beside x squared, so that would be 11. Our b is beside x, that would be negative 24. Our c is positive 4. Alright, so simply substitute the value. So we have x equals, copy negative sign. Our b is negative 24, therefore we need to put parentheses. Now you'll be asking questions, sir, why do you have two negatives? Now this first negative, class, came from the formula. Once again, class, the formula, it says negative b, so therefore this first negative came from the formula, and this negative 24 came from the value of b. So that's why, class, we have two negatives. Now if you have two negatives, you need to put parentheses, because you're not allowed, class, that two signs are close to each other. So therefore we need to put parentheses. So once again, this first negative came from the formula. This negative 24 came from the value of b. And we need to put parentheses because these are two negatives. Alright, so copy plus and minus, and then square root of our b is negative 24, so negative 24, then quantity squared, minus 4, our a is 11, and then our c is positive 4. Alright, so this will be all over, do not forget, all over 2 times our a is 11. Alright, so simply simplify this one, do it step by step. So x equals negative times negative, you simplify this one, you distribute negative times negative, that will be positive, so this will be positive 24. Instead of negative 24, it becomes positive 24. Copy, plus and minus, square root of, do it step by step, 24. Negative 24 squared, it means you multiply negative 24 by itself twice. So this will be 24 times 24. That would be 576. This will be positive 576 because negative times negative, that would be positive. Alright, and then simply multiply this one. Negative 4 times 11. Of course, that would be negative 44, right? And then negative 44 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Carry 1. 6 carry 1. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1. That would be 7. That would be 176. Let's double check. 44 times 4. Yep, that would be 176. So this will be negative 176. Once again, class. 4 times 11. Negative 4 times 11. That would be negative 44. And then negative 44 times 4. That would be negative 176. All over 2 times 11, that would be 22. Alright, so this will be x equals, do it step by step, class. X equals, copy 24, positive negative square root of 576 minus 176. Of course, that would be 400, right? This is 400. Let's double check. 576 minus 176. Yup, that would be 400 all over 22. Alright, so this will be x equals 24, positive, negative, the square root of 400. I think that's 20. Let's double check. 20 times 20. Yup, that would be 400. So that would be 20 all over 22. Alright, and then simply divide this one because we have positive and then negative. So this will be, so we don't have enough space, class. So this will be x equals, we have positive 24, and then let's start with positive 20 all over 22. The other one, we have x equals positive 24 and then minus 20 all over 22. So this will be x equals 24 plus 20. That would be 44. And then divide by 22. So x equals x sub 1. So 44 divided by 22. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 2. So x sub 1 is equals to 2. So this will be our first root, our first answer. And the other one, 24 minus 20, that would be 4. Divide 22. So 4 divided by 22, we can reduce this 1 by 2, right? We can divide this 1 by 2, divide by 2. Once again, because you cannot divide 4 by 22, simply reduce. Okay, simply reduce, class. So x equals 4 divided by 2 is 2. 22 divided by 2, that would be 11. So that would be x sub 2, that would be 2 over 11. Alright, so let's check our answer, class. Our x value, that would be positive 2. So we will be selecting this one, the positive number, whole number. So we have x equals 2. So our answer, x is equals to 2. So let's check if this is correct. Once again, class, you will know that your answer is correct if the left expression is equal to the right. Example 3 is equals to 3. Therefore, your answer is correct. Alright, so once again, 2x, our first term, 2x. Our x is 2. Simply substitute the value of x. 2 times 2. Of course, that will be 4. So therefore, our first term is 4. Alright, and our second term, 7x minus 2. So 7 times, our x is 2. 7 times 2 minus 2. So 7 times 2, that would be 14 minus 2. So therefore, that would be 12. So this is our second term. That would be 12. First term is 4. Second term is 12. And then our third term, so 4 times 3, right? The common ratio is 3. 4 times 3, that would be 12. So therefore, 12 times 3, this will be 36. I'm sure, class, this will be 36. 4 times 3, this is 12. 12 times 3, that would be 36. Alright, let's double check. 19x minus 2. 19 times, our x is 2. 19 times 2 minus 2. 19 times 2, that would be 38. Minus 2, that would be 36. Yup, that's correct. Alright, so let's check our answer using the geometric mean formula. If we get the right answer, so geometric mean, g squared, is equal to a times c. So our g is 12, so 12 squared equals, our a is 4, 4 times, our c is 36 times 36. So this will be 12 squared. It doesn't mean 12 times 2, it means 12 times 12. 12 times 12, that would be 144 equals 36 times 4. Let's double check. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 carry 2. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2, that would be 14. Yup, 144 is equal to 144. Therefore, our x value is equal to 2. That's it, class. All set. Our x value is equal to 2. All set, class. All set with regards to example number 2. Quite complicated, right? Once again, class, if this video helps, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.